This is Major Walker, first mission log. We've arrived at the alien planet.
Coleman?
That's Captain Coleman, Lieutenant. Gear up and get ready. You'll be coming in hot.
Well, damn.
My name is Freeman, and I'm the CEO of Multiverse.
So this is where they went missing.
My name is Jiwon Kang. I'm a senior artist in the Multiverse Entertainment.
So we started working on Seeking Down back in 2016 when the team was just 5 people. And now we have close to 30 people working on the team.
I saw the prototype they're working on and I was like shocked. Wow, how these small people can make this kind of prototype. So I was so impressed.
We really wanted to play a game that's as large and has as much content as games like Halo, but we just couldn't find one. That's why we decided to set off to build a game like that ourselves.
We wanted to combine elements of virtual reality, first-person shooter game with other elements of RPG and survival.
We want to make most immersive video game, since the VR is most immersive gaming hardware since the human being history.
That's exactly the type of gameplay we shoot it for.
For our story, we wanted to take players away from Earth to a place that they could only experience in a virtual reality to make the most of the immersive aspect of VR.
So what makes Seeking Dawn different than other bullet hell games is that the story is really central to the game.
And I guess what I can tell you is that the first thing you'll realize when you enter the world of Seeking Dawn is that you're not only a part of a virtual world, but you're also a part of a virtual story that you can really take part in.
The game takes place in the distant future in the Alpha Centauri system. It's the 24th century, and the dominant authority is called the ACC. But they're in the middle of a civil war with a young faction called the FCR, who think of themselves as freedom fighters.
And so you have these two factions fighting against each other in this eternal war.
However, the war itself takes a backseat to the introduction of a newly discovered alien world. Leading up to the events of the game, an FCR team was sent to scout it out and to determine if the ACC had already set up a presence there. But they went dark, and that's where the player comes in.
Numerous hostiles detected. More barrels.
And you, as Lieutenant James Weston, are supposed to go to this hostile planet and figure out what happened to your team, the FCR, and what the different mysteries are going on this planet.
As the player progresses, they'll be able to find and scan audio logs, which will help them puzzle out what the original team's mission was. There are also some alien elements that get hinted at, but it's kind of all shrouded in mystery. The further the player progresses, the more dangerous it'll become, so they'll have to fight an uphill battle if they want to get all the answers.
I just want to make everything looks beautiful. That's my first initial goal. All the environment are never been seen in our Earth. Trying to mix together, like some part is entirely new, or some parts came from our real Earth.
If the creatures live in a cave, then they have a carapace, they're dark in color, and they have, claws and such.
Imagine being stranded in an alien planet and you have to scavenge for your own weapons, your own turrets, and your own bases.
Some of my favorite things that I like to build in the game are definitely the turrets. There are several different types of turrets in the game, and they all have different attributes, different amount of firepower.
You have to build all those stuff by yourself. And you have to fight exotic creatures for water, food, and other resources.
The human and the simian enemies are much smarter. They actually have group formations. They actually are able to communicate in the group and maneuver as a group.
Open fire!
The simian troopers, they have a different type of personality. They're cowards. They get easily scared, and when they're fired upon, they tend to just run away from the player. Sometimes when they run away, they actually drop their weapon, or even they trip and fall onto the ground.
Playing the actual game, you'll notice that our team really geared towards catering to customer needs to help them really feel like they're in a real world.
We wanted players to be able to craft something that's interesting that they want to show off to their friends. So one of the things that you can actually craft in the game is a space hamburger.
There's a menu in the in-game where you can actually grab and reach for your weapons, and it kind of makes it feel like you're actually grabbing to your backpack to grab a weapon. We can also run, and you'll have to actually move your little motions to run. You'll have to climb different terrains, which makes our game interesting and different from the others. That's exactly what you can expect from our game.
We want to create the best experience, the most fun experience for our players. There will be some very interesting, really awesome content updates coming soon in the very near future. I've already seen the roadmap that our game designers put forth about the next major update, which is a free DLC to be released sometime this fall.